Hey, hello. Welcome to the second part of 2x lead automation actions. And today we would be talking about essentially about the communication actions, all the actions that are included in the communication category. So we would go through all of these actions and we will study all the actions that we have in the automation and workflows under the category communication. So it's kind of like we are essentially trying to understand what are the actions functionality in the workflow so you could start making complex workflows or automations in your sale process account. Okay, all right, let's start. So today we're gonna study all the actions that are in communication category. Actions, not the triggers. Actions in the communication categories. That means send email, send SMS, Slack, call, voicemail, Messenger, Instagram, manual action to SMS, manual action to call, GMB messaging, internal notification, review request, conversation AI, Facebook interactive messenger. This is the these are four. There are four new actions that we have added. In fact, there is five, but right now it is not mentioning it as beta because that is already launched. But this one particularly, Facebook interactive messenger, Instagram interactive messenger, reply and comments. These are three beta actions. And the appointment booking conversation AI bot, that is another beta action. Then we're going to also talk about what can we do if we have enabled the WhatsApp in our system and how we going to use it. Oh, send live chat messages. That means the chat widget that we created in the sites, if we have integrated with our website or funnel, and people are communicating through that. So there is two different options. If one is we can send and receive SMS and email in response to any query that is sent through the chat widget. But what if we want to use some sort of AI or bot to reply those messages live? Then we can use this particular action. Then we have appointment booking conversation AI bot, update conversation AI bot and status, what is happening, and book an appointment. That is, I'm going to explain where we can use this particular action, log external calls. So if you have a front desk who is taking the calls for you and you want to keep the record straight in your sale process system, how you can log those calls in the system. Then we have the WhatsApp action and WhatsApp media. So let's start by going to the very first action. Okay, during my explanation or this lecture, if you have any question, please do unmute yourself and ask your question right away. Because most of the time I don't see chat of the Zoom. So do unmute and ask your question. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat, but still, let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. So let's start by the very first action. So this particular one is very easy. Send email. Now, send email action means obviously we want to send email to the customer, not to our teammates. So this one means you are sending the email to the customer, your lead or your customer. Now it has a few particular settings that I should mention, and they have given it the explanation right in here from name and from email. But here you see, if from name and from email field are kept empty, then email will be sent using the default values. What are the default values? Those are the values that the system will pick up from the workflow setting or the default values that we have set up in your profile. But if you want to send your particular name, you can type that name in here. Like, let's suppose I would set it like David. and email address, I'm going to call it david.com, for example. Now, this particular one will be applied if you haven't set up the headers in the email services. If you haven't set up the headers, then this setting will be applied. Otherwise, it will pick up whatever value you have set up in your email headers. Assuming that we want to use the default values, I'm gonna remove this one and this one too. And here you can also carbon copy it to any particular email address or any email from the system, and you can line copy, carbon copy to any email address as well. Those are the same setting that you find in any email provider. If you have created any template, you can select that template from here. Now, when you select any template, the subject option that you see in here is also filled up by that. And if you're not using any template, then you have to type the subject line in here and the message that you want to send. And you can test this email action by typing your own email address in here and click on send test email, and it will send that email to you as a test. Assuming that we have set it up correctly, we can just simply save it. Now, here is one thing that is very important. When you save any email action after the workflow is enabled and it is running, you can come back up to this email action, and you can look at the statistics in here for this particular action only. How many emails are sent, how many out of that are delivered, opened, clicked, replied, bounced, unsubscribed, accepted, rejected, complained. You can see all those statistics for this only one particular action in here. And that's basically it. You're sending the email to your customer. Now, what are the practical scenarios, or one of the example of the practical scenarios where we would use this particular action is, let's say your customer has filled up any form on your website, or he has sent you a message in the DM, or maybe sent you an SMS, and you want to send an email through here. So trigger appropriately, and then the email action is the one that you can do. Now, here is the interesting part. We did study previously that there is a wait action right here, and we can tell it to have a contact reply. We have to tell it, okay, let me save this. Let me, 1 second, and let me save this action. Oh, let me unpublish it first, and let me delete this action from here. Okay, and okay, let's use the wait action. This particular one I want to explain. So in the wait action, we usually use the time delay, but you can also use in here the contact reply. You have to tell it which action you are waiting for the reply to receive. And then when you save it, what will happen? Timeout, let's say we want to say 5 minutes. Now here you see after it will wait for the reply for 5 minutes. If contact has replied during that time, that will come up in here. If the client hasn't replied, then it will go to this timeout window, whatever time you have set up in here. So that is one thing that is relevant to SMS, email, and any type of communication wait can be used as a reply. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Oh, what is this? Okay. Next action under the communication, pretty simple, send SMS. You're sending the SMS to your customer, to your leads. You're not sending the messages to your teammates or to yourself. Okay, so action name, then if you have any, just like email, if you have saved any template, you can use that, or you can type your message in here. You can use the custom values, you can use the trigger links, yada, 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 and you can save this action and it will start send out the messages. Okay, let's go to the next one. They are kind of similar, so I didn't spend much time explaining this, but it is very simpler. Next one is very interesting action. That is the Slack. So, but as I explained in my previous lecture, that it's a premium action wherever you see this crown symbol. That means every time a contact passes through this action, it will be charged to your account. So if you want to send a notification to your Slack messenger, that is the professional messenger that we use a lot of time in the corporate. So you can connect your Slack in the settings, then integrations, and then you can use this premium action to send the message to your Slack. And once you have connected your Slack account, it will give you the option to customize what type of Slack message you want to send to your Slack messenger. It will ask you in which channel, with what details and everything you can use that. Next is the call action. Now, this one is particularly interesting because if the contact, here is the explanation. Let's read it. It says if the contact has been assigned to a user, this event will call the user and play the whisper message. Now, what is the meaning of user and what is the meaning of contact? Contact means your customer, and user mean one of your staff member or you yourself. There is a call action added to any workflow. What it will do, it will call the user and play the whisper message. If the contact is unassigned, this event will call the number listed in this setting, company tab, company phone field, and play the whisper message. If the person who answers the call press any number key during the call, we will dial the contact, and if they answer, we will bridge the call. Essentially, what is happening? If a contact, let me open a new tab and show you exactly what we are talking about, which will make it really easy. Let's open this. Let's go to contacts. Now, this contact is assigned to this person. What it will do is, if we use the call action in here, whisper message, call the customer or something, customer, come on, there we go. Timeout is 60-second, advanced setting, disable voicemail detect or enable voicemail detect, connect the call after key press, if you save it. Now what will happen? If a contact is assigned to a person, this action will call to that assigned person, the staff member, and it will play a whisper message, okay? And if during the playing time, the person or the user who picked up the call presses any key, it will call the customer and it will connect the staff member with the customer. Now, if he doesn't press any button, then it will try it. Then it will record it will not perform, and it will move to the next one. So this one particularly is interesting. It is ensuring that your staff member or your users make the call to the customer, but this doesn't mean that the AI is gonna take over. It needs to be a real person who's gonna pick up. Now, if the contact is not assigned to anyone, let's unassign it. There is no assigned user. Now what will happen? Who will it call? So what it will do, it will go to the business profile. It will pick up the number that we have saved in the business number right in here. It will call that number. Let's say we have saved the number for the front desk, and it will play the whisper message that we have typed in here. During that time, the person who picked up the front desk or any other phone number that we have in the business profile, if he clicks any key, it will, again, the same process. It will call the customer and will connect the front desk to that customer to make that conversation. So it is a good way to connect or call your customer. Now, for this particular reason, this particular action, what I recommend, always go into the settings and set the time window. The communication time window should be set according to your uh, day and time, on which days your front desk is available and between which time. That way, ensuring that the call action in here only works during those particular days and during those particular time that you have set up in your workflow settings. Let's go to the next one. And that is voicemail. It's a simple message, simple action. Just upload the voicemail. It will send that voicemail to your customers. So we can save this action. It needs to upload any voice message. So that could be in MP3 format or WAV format, but the size of the file must not be bigger than 16 megabytes. Okay, let's go to the next one. That is the messenger. Now, what does this messenger mean? It means Facebook Messenger, not any messenger. It is talking about the Facebook message. Actual name is Messenger. And in here, you can again select the template or type your message. It will send the message to the person who has connected in the Facebook, and it will send a DM message or send a message to that customer through here, through the workflow. Next is Instagram DM. So just like the Facebook Messenger, this one is you are sending the DM on the Instagram rather than on the Facebook. You're sending the message to your customer on their Instagram message. But both these actions depends that the person who you are trying to DM has to be connected to you through that particular social media service within last 24 hours. If last 24 hours the communication is not active with that customer, this action will not perform and it will skip it and it will go to the next action because the contact is not active. It's the system will not consider the contact as active. And the same explanation is mentioned on the top of this action. Send an Instagram DM to the contact. Contact needs to have previously messaged a connected Instagram page no more than 24 hours before arriving at this event in order for this message to successfully deliver. If the 24 hours is passed, then this will skip it and it will give you the error that the customer is not active through that particular social media channel and that it has skipped and it will go to the next action. So both the explanation for the messenger and Instagram DM, they need to be actively talking to you in last 24 hours. Then manual action through SMS. Now, what is the difference in SMS and manual action? What is happening? So this one, let's say we save this and we save it. What will happen? What is the difference in SMS and manual SMS? That means it will alert the user to send this message, and the user, that means you or your staff member, needs to take that action and send the message. Okay, in the SMS, whatever message you have typed will be sent to the customer. In here, the user has to send the message, or you have typed the template that he can use and send the message. Let's go to the next one. And the next one in here manual action to call, just like manual SMS action is almost same, but this one particularly is gonna alert you to make a phone call to your lead or to your customer. So what is happening? If we go in here and let's go in here and you look at your dashboard, you have these tasks. Those manual action of SMS and call, they will list those actions in here, and you have to come up and you have to perform those actions. Then the task would be satisfied, and the system would know, okay, you have sent the message. Once you have sent the message, you have to notify the workflow what happened to the call. Was it picked? Was it busy? Or what happened? You need to update that status, and that's about it. That is your manual call action. Go to the next one. Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me see. There is no message in the chat. That's good. Okay. GMB messaging. Now, this particular one, for me, it is not enabled because I haven't connected my Google My Business profile in the integrations. So for this particular GMB messaging to work, what you need to do is you need to go to settings, then go to the integrations. In here, in the integration, you need to sign in to your Google account, which should have Google My Business profile connected to it, and call tracking is enabled in here. Then what will happen, you can send GMB messaging to your customer through the workflow. Up till now, all the communication that is happening is between the software and your lead or your customer. But the problem is, how do we notify the person, you or your staff member, that this has to be done, or there is a new lead, or there is a lead that is interacting with the system? How do we notify them? And for that, we have this send internal notification. Now, that means the message will be sent to you or to your staff member, whichever type you select in here. And then what do we have in here? The type of notification that needs to be sent. It can be email notification or SMS. Let's say we select notification. That means it will show up in here. In this one, the notification, it will show all these messages that we set up will show up in that bell icon. Or you can send internal notification in the form of SMS. You can also send it in form of email. You have to set all the relevant settings. Let's say we want to send SMS to one of the staff members. Now, whom should it be sent to the message? Which staff member? Should it send to all the users in your sale process account, or should it send the message to the assigned user of the contact, or to any custom number, or to any particular user? Now, why we are using the assigned user and particular user and custom number? So let's say the scenario is like this. You are notifying your staff member that they have to contact the person, but you also want to notify the manager if that information needs to be synchronized with the owner. Now, here comes the interesting part. The manager got SMS, your sale rep needs to call him, and the other internal notification is telling the sale rep to make the call to the person. So you would be using two internal notification message, and one would be used with a particular user or custom number, and the other one could be assigned user. Or you can send the messages to all of your staff member, including yourself, by selecting all users, and type of notification needs to be in here. Then let's assume that we are sending it to everybody. Again, you can use the template that you have created, or you can type the message in here with the custom values to automatically pick up the values from the custom values and replace them in the message so the person would know whom to contact. So usually when I'm setting this up, I would use these values contact's name, and I also want to use the email address and the phone number. That way, let's say I'm telling my staff member to make a phone call to this person. This would automatically fill the customer's name, his email address, and his contact phone. But these are like the basic one. You can use other custom values in here, letting them know which campaign he is, which product it is relevant to, what is happening. You can update that and then send this internal notification. Now, internal notification means these communication is happening between sale process and you or your staff member, or to all of them that are connected in the sale process as owner and staff members. So whichever type of notification you want to send, SMS, email, and notification, you can send it through this internal notification. Let's use this one. Let's save this. Let's go to the next one. And next is send review request. Now this one will work. Let's assume that a person or a customer has purchased a product from your website, and after purchasing the product, you want to receive a review on your Google business profile or on your Facebook. You can use this action to send a review request. It will send them the email where they can click and directly go to your Google page to give review about your product. Now, this particular one is not enabled because in my integration, I haven't connected any one of those. No Facebook is connected and no Google business profile connected. So it's not particularly working for me. It's not enabled for me. But once you have connected, this action would be available to do. Now, one more interesting thing to note in here, which I forgot to mention in my previous lecture and even in today's lecture, is there are some actions in the workflows which are dependent on some prerequisites, just like this one, send review request or GMB messaging. If the prerequisites are not fulfilled, those actions are unavailable to you in your workflows. Next one is conversation AI. So let me show you what it is talking about. If you look at in here, you will see conversation AI, this one. And assuming that you have set it up correctly, the bot is enabled, everything is happening, and you want to send a message through the conversation AI, you can send that what is the question, what is the timeout, which channel it is sending from, what is the bot's response limit, just like the conversation AI you are explaining. If they have answered, what should happen, what is the wait time in seconds, different branches, and you can add more conditions in here. So essentially, this all depends on what you have set up in here and how you want to inject the communication in Conversation AI bot. So it is question and general question and answer with the AI, using the Conversation AI from your workflows. So if you want to interact with your customer using the Conversation AI, you can inject the action in here. The bot will, the conversation between the bot that you have created in Conversation AI will be injected a message through the workflow because there was a certain trigger that happened and you want to ask any particular question. Now, here is an interesting thing. Advanced bot configuration, and look at this. Configure and change the prompt as per your specification and create the custom action. You can enable that. What is the personality of the bot that needs to be, you need to, you might have done the prompting, so it is that one. And what are the additional instruction to your bot? Then what is the question and all the same settings. So if you want to when you are injecting the question in the conversation AI bot, how should it behave? You can create kind of you're creating a new bot, and it's a different personality. You can make a different personality even, and what are his instructions? Just like setting up the conversation AI. Uh, Probably after covering up all these, like the actions and the calendars that we are covering tomorrow. After that, maybe we would go to the conversation AI and we would learn how to create the bot and how we can use it, the AI in our business. But essentially, this particular action is all about that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, Facebook comment on post or customer reply trigger should be present. Now let's put a trigger in here. Customer, hey, customer reply. And okay, let's not put any filter, just a simple action. And let's save this. And let's, yeah, save it. Facebook Interactive Messenger. Now, first thing first, as I was talking about in the previous action, there are some prerequisites for and some of the actions. And one of those prerequisites for this particular one is it only works if you have a customer reply action in there or the comment is there. Now, what is happening? Facebook Interactive Messenger, that means you are sending the DM to the person whoever interacted with you. Now, again, this action can only work if the customer has active connection with you for last 24 hours. After that, this action will not work and it will give you the error. But you can send a DM message to your customer in the Facebook Messenger through this Facebook Interactive Messenger. Let's go to the next one, and that one I believe is the Instagram one. Yep, Instagram Interactive Messenger, same thing, same prerequisite, dependent on the trigger and that the conversation need to be alive for the last 24 hours. Otherwise, this action will not work. You can type the message and you can save it, and it will automatically send that message in the Instagram DM to the customer who is active for the last 24 hours and is added in here. Go to the next one, and that is reply in the comments. Now, reply in the comments, this one, again, it has the prerequisites. Here you see Facebook comment on post or Instagram comment on the post triggers should be present before we are using this action. We add the Facebook. Okay, come on, please. Facebook comment on a post. Oh, we haven't connected any Facebook page in here. But if we had, then we can add the trigger and then we can send the message to the person from here to their comments. Now, these ones are sending the messages to their DM in the Facebook or in Instagram. This one is replying the comments, replying to the comments that are posted on your comments in your Facebook or Instagram feed. And then you can reply in the form of comments, like you can contact our office through this, and it will work. Let's go to the next one. WhatsApp app customer service window check. Now, the prerequisite for this particular action is that you have set up your WhatsApp in your sale process system. And then what should happen? When the WhatsApp user sends you a message, a 24-hour customer service window is open. Again, this one is also needs to have within the last 24 hours, the customer has to send you the message over the WhatsApp, and during which you can send them the unlimited free form messages to user without any restriction. Each WhatsApp business account gets 1,000 free service conversation each month. That means you are paying the monthly charges of that $29.9, and you get 1,000 messages that you can send using this particular action. After that, it charges you additional, but assuming that we are using the free ones, for example, which phone number we want to use from the WhatsApp, and what are the customer branches, what are the branch, uh, the open branch or the closed branch. You can set it up, and this will send the message to the customer. Mm. It will not send any message to the customer. What it is doing is it's gonna check. Let's save it. Uh, okay, we don't have the customer WhatsApp integrated in here. But when we save it, it will make the two branches. One will be active for last 24 hours, and the other branch would be not active in last 24 hours, ensuring that if we have the active, then we can send them the WhatsApp message. If it is not, we can then try to nurture them to send us the message over the WhatsApp, and then we can send them the communication through the WhatsApp. Next, WhatsApp send flows. If we have, like in this window where the WhatsApp was active for last 24 hours, we can send them different flows, and we can create those flows that are approved by the Meta. And then we can, the timeout for the flows is 24 hour by default. You can change that to less than 24 hour. Timeout, what is how much timeout is days, 24 minutes, or anything like that. And what will happen, it will send that flow to the person. Now this particular one is why we are using this send flows. The person was not active for last 24 hours, so we're gonna send him this flow that will ensure that he gets active, so we could communicate with him through the WhatsApp. Go to the next one. And where are we? Okay, come on. WhatsApp checks and flows. Send live chat message. Now, assuming that you have created, let me show you in here. Let's go to this one, then the sites, the chat widget. Assuming that we have created one of the chat widget in here, and that we are using it on one of our funnels or website, like this one, for example, we are using, I think so, we are using it on, let's see if we are using the chatbot on this particular funnel. No? Oh, okay, let's enable this in here. Let's save. And let's open this page. Now, the customer has sent a message using this chat widget, and we want to reply to him within this chat widget. Uh, we can use this send live chat message, and then we can type the message in here. And then we can send it like, okay, we will be in contact. Thank you for your message. We will be in contact shortly, or something like that. This particular communication message is to send the message within this chat widget. Okay, let's go to the next one. Chat message, that is done. Appointment booking conversation AI bot. Now, assuming that we have set up this one, the conversation AI bot, as a booking bot, This one is created as general support bot, but what if we have created a bot which is chatting with the customer and trying to book a meetings with your customers, and we want to inject the appointment in that conversation AI bot. We can set this up, book an appointment with the conversation AI bot. Click here. You can use this action to inject the booking using the conversation AI, or setting up appointment with your customer using the conversation AI bot if they take any particular action, and then this action is used in the workflow. It will book an appointment with your customer using the conversation AI bot. Okay, update conversation AI bot and status. Now, in here, we want to update the uh, bot status. We can keep it same. We can uh, use the other bot. What if we have multiple bots in here? We want to change from one bot to another. We can update the action. Is that an active bot or inactive bot? Hmm. What does that mean? That means, let's say a customer is chatting or is connected to the conversation AI bot. We want to make that bot inactive after a certain action that the customer has taken. Maybe our booking is already set. We don't need the bot, so we will make it inactive. Now, if we make the bot inactive, how soon do we want to activate the bot again? And what are their values? Now, if the bot is already inactive and you want to activate the bot, it will activate the bot right away. It will not wait for any time. You don't have a time setting in here when you are activating the bot, but for the inactivation, it does inactivate right away, but there is an additional setting in the inactivation that you need to tell them when should the bot be reactivated to have the conversation with your customer. Okay, let's go to the next one. And yep, book an appointment. Now, this one particularly, I love this action. Now, let's see. There is this scenario that you have created an opt-in form, and customer has filled out the form, and he in there you have a time field, time and date field, where he can fill out, okay, I'm willing to have an appointment with you on this particular date and time. Then through this workflow action, book, book an appointment. You can select which calendar the appointment should be booked with, what is the date and time. Because the date and time was selected by the customer through the form, so I would, rather than putting the hard-coded appointment, I'm gonna select the dynamic field, and I will put up the dynamic field that I collected in the form, and I will put that field value in here, and it will automatically book that appointment to that date and time. Now, let's say in the standard form, what is happening? You have a webinar that is going to happen on, let's say, on 1st of August. And you are asking your customer to just fill out the form so you can create a booking for them. 30 people filled out that form. I don't want to go back to calendars again and again and book that meeting 30 times. Rather, I would select the calendar in here using this action, and I would tell it to book an appointment on 1st August at some time, let's say the same time. And what will happen, it will automatically book the meeting on that particular date and time for whoever has filled out the form, and that way ensuring that the appointment is set. And then on the basis of the appointment that is set, you can then put him to a nurture where he can be reminded when is the voting, when is that particular webinar, and there would be a few reminders to remind him the webinar is coming up or something. So essentially, this particular action books an appointment in the calendar on set date and time, or on the basis of dynamic field date and time. And if you select the dynamic one, it tells you which team member, because the calendar that I have selected in here is round robin. That means it has more than one staff member. We can tell it calendar default select with whoever team member is available or to a particular team member. You can see all that. And if you select, now here is the interesting part. If you select the calendar default or any particular team member, but that team member has already booked an appointment, the slot is already filled out. Oh my God, now there is a big problem. The person is not available to take that booking. What should happen? Should it not book an appointment or should it book an appointment? If this particular override the availability, if this is turned on, it books the appointment without checking the availability. That means there will be two bookings on the same time slot. But if we turn that off, if we keep it off, then what will happen? It will go to the calendar, check the availability of that person, and if the availability is available, then it will book the appointment, or it will if the person is not available, then it will not book the appointment. So it will give you an error. So this action is kind of not only interesting, but very smart, because it not only books the appointment, but it also checks the availability of that person. But we can override that setting, and we can force book two different meetings at the same time slot. Now, obviously, you need to talk to your staff member when you overbook him, how he's going to juggle the two meetings at the same time slot. Obviously, that creates a problem, but there is a setting in here that you can do it at least. Okay. Let's go to the next one. And we are almost at the end. That is good. Okay. Log an external call. Now, this one is for the setting. Let's say one of my friends that usually joins in here, John, he runs an academy, and he has student classes, and there would be a front desk. On the front desk, there is a person who is taking calls for him, but that is not connected to the sale process, and he wants to log those calls in the sale process into the contacts, so he would always know if there was any voice communication through the front desk that was not happening in the sale process. He wants to log all those calls in here so he can keep track of what is happening, what kind of communication is happening with the parents or students. He would be using this particular action. Now, this action means the conversation or the call that is happening outside the sale process. Because if it is happening in the sale process, the system is already logging it. So, what type of call? You have to tell it the direction of the call. Now, this one is you are sending in the data from the outside. That means a webhook is involved. You're sending the data outside the sale process to the sale process, and then you have to tell it what is the direction of the call. You can send the data. What is the direction in the form of custom fields? Then you can set up the, again, a custom value needs to be set up in here for the date and time, so that the data that is coming in will contain the date and which person it is the call is happening from, call status, and if there is any attachment, like if your calling system has some sort of record logs or picture that you want to attach in here, that will be added to the call log in that contact for your information. Okay, so here you go. You can put multiple attachment as well, but when you want to put multiple attachment, after each of the URL for your attachment, you need to put a comma and a space so that it recognizes they are different URLs. If you don't put the comma and the space in there, it will recognize it as one URL, which will not be a right URL, and it will give you the error. But if you put a comma and space, then it will work. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh my God, we have only 5 minutes, and how many actions do we have? Oh, two. Oh, good. We are at the end. I like that. Okay, WhatsApp. This one, assuming that above we have already checked that the person has communicated within the last 24 hours, and we want to send a WhatsApp message to him, we have to create the WhatsApp template in our WhatsApp setting that needs to be approved by the Meta, and from which WhatsApp number we want to send the message. You can use this, and you can enable the branches in if you're sending a message that includes a radio variant type selection. You can use that. If the person is not active in the last 24 hours, this action will not work. As I said before, a lot of actions in here have prerequisites. You need to fulfill those prerequisites before you can start using these actions. And just like all the other communication actions, you have the statistics of that action shown in here. How many messages were sent, pending, sent, delivered, read, yada, yada, yada. All that details, you can see that in here. It will show you the numbers in here, but if you click on view details, it will show you all those numbers that have read or something. It will show you all that detail in here as well, and you can export that detail too. The last action in the communication is WhatsApp media. Just like previous action, now we want to send some sort of attachment to the customer using the WhatsApp. You can send the picture, voice, video through this action. And again, the prerequisite is that the person needs to be active in last 24 hours. So this is all the communication actions that we wanted to study today. Now we have like 3 minutes. Do you have any questions for me? Shamim, do you have any questions? No? Did you get all of them?
Pretty much. I'm just organizing my workflow. So
Uh-huh.
some of them I use, some of them I don't. So
Mhm.
I'm just learning as I go along right now.
Yep. Yep. And uh, Bailin says, today is interesting, but I missed out the previous week. How can we view the last recording? You can go to, these recordings are also on the Facebook pages. Our Facebook group has that. You would find that Tuesday 2x lead automation actions part one. That was the previous actions, and this one is the part second. In there, we started all the communication one. In the next week, we would be probably sending out the send data and internal actions for any workflows. Those are really, really interesting actions. And this we would be starting on the next Tuesday. Anyone from the US, we would be starting it on next Monday. But for all of us, it is going to be on next Tuesday. And Jaya, do you have any question for me, ma'am?
Hi, David.
Hey, ma'am.
I have few general doubts about form and automations. Uh,
Mhm.
the first thing is we have a customer who's already part of, uh, like we have parent and children, right?
Mhm.
We are getting, initially the child is getting into the course, but
Mhm.
they are having the email of parents. And later, after
Mhm.
2, 3 months, even parents wishes to join. So at that time, they are using the same mail ID of parent. So what the system
Oh,
does is it just updating the child's detail into the parent detail. Uh, because email is the key, right?
yes, that
Uh,
is correct.
so I want to show them an error message if the email
Mhm.
is already exist for a children. I
Mhm.
want to show them like this email is part of this community. So you just give another email when they fill the form. Is it possible?
Okay. So they are filling out another form and okay. Hmm. Give me 1 second. Let me ask this from my senior. Okay. Give me 1 second. Jaya, I don't have the answer for you right now, but I will think of the solution. On the runtime, we don't have the ability to check the email address that if it exists in our contacts, but I think we can come up by some sort of automations, and that automation will ensure that if somebody types in the email address that we already have in the contacts, that they get an email or SMS that you need to update your email address to get the access to the new one. If it is the existing contacts, it will send them the message that this is not authorized email address. But I think we need to create some sort of system for that. So I need to think about it. How can we create an automation for that? But assuming that the parent and the kid is filling out the same forms, what we can do is we can create multiple forms, or one for the parent and the number of forms for the kids, ensuring that every time they fill out the
We have
form.
separate forms.
Hmm.
The thing is, they're not joining together. Initially, the child
Hmm.
comes, but the parent
And
takes
then the
some time.
parents time to
Yeah.
come, and yeah, so we would
And in that meanwhile, they're forgetting which email they gave for the child.
yeah, so the only solution is that we go back to the contacts, we check if it exists, then we send them some sort of message, this email or cannot be used, provide us the new email address, and then once
There,
that is ensured,
this was
then we
possible
can send.
if we are adding them manually. But what happened is recently we had an event.
Mm,
Uh, so there new people were coming, already existing people were joining. So what happened is
mm,
we had an automation.
that
So
triggered and
whoever
it
has built, it just updated the contact. So finally,
ah
what happened is the same email exists for both parent and child, and they both have access to both the courses. And finally, we got confused who's
who
on
is
what.
who. I get it. Are you working by any chance with John that usually
Yeah,
shows up? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll think about a solution and maybe no, not tomorrow. Maybe on next Tuesday I'll bring something in. I think I can make some sort of solution somehow.
okay. I have other questions too, still more.
Yeah, but
In automation, can we assign? Um,
can
I
we assign?
forgot just a minute.
Oh, okay, take your time. No worries. It happens.
Yeah. Can we assign opportunity owner and follower? I
You
didn't
can
find those fields.
opportunity assign follower. Okay, that should be update. Where is create update opportunity, and in there mm, we can add lead source. Okay. Okay, we can add only lead source, opportunity value, opportunity source, opportunity name, pipeline, yada, yada, yada. One of these actions should have the assign. Yeah, this only apply to unassigned contacts. So this is the contacts. I think opportunity, create update opportunity. Where is the opportunity name, status, add fields? We have only one. They have removed that. Okay. Hmm. And pipeline steers opportunity. Okay. Yes. There we go. Add owners to opportunity and add followers to the opportunity. That we are talking about in the pipeline, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have these two actions. Add owners to the opportunity and add followers to the opportunity.
Okay.
You have these two
What is
actions.
the beta means?
That it is recently added as separate action. Previously, all these actions were combined in here. That is why I was having a bit of problem in finding where are those. And then I just saw that they have, well, the developers has
Oh,
created those new actions as separate owners to the opportunity. Well, they just separated one action into multiple actions so that it is easy to troubleshoot the workflow. Okay.
okay, okay. Got
Okay,
it.
but I believe if we say an opportunity, assign new owner to this, the contact opportunity, yada, 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 otherwise only will be updated. Ah, there we go. It has a prerequisite as well. Assign new owner to the opportunity. Now we are talking about the new owner. If the contact and opportunity owner are the synced, both will be updated. Otherwise, only the opportunity owner will be updated. What that means is, if you assign let's say John to an opportunity that you have in the pipeline, and John is the person that is assigned to the contacts. Yep, that is good. Let's say John is not the assigned to the contact and nobody is assigned. When you assign the owner to the opportunity, it will automatically also assign it to the contact as well. So you need to check the settings in here and then, oh, we haven't created that. That is interesting. I will ask my developers to create that page, but essentially it will tell you how to enable and disable that. Uh, what that means is when you're assigning the owner to the opportunity, it will also assign the owner in the contact if it is not assigned the same. Okay. And
Okay.
the same goes for the update followers. This one is easily, you can add as many followers, so it will not bother the contacts one. Okay. Because we are not updating the contacts. But owners, yes, we are dependent sometime on the contacts assigned. Okay. About your other question, hopefully by next Tuesday, I will have some sort of system. I'll try to make something. Then we
I
can
have
find
still
the
a lot
solution.
more questions.
Oh, I will try my best because the automation is going to be on next Tuesday. So I'll see you
Okay.
guys then. Okay. Take care. Have a great week. And some of you guys, I'll see you tomorrow for the calendars part 2, where we would be going into particular types of calendars, how we can make that, how we can set up their settings, and all that. So see you tomorrow for calendars part 2. Take care, guys. Before we go, I forgot to give you guys the homework. Okay, so the homework is use one of the manual actions and show us where you are using the manual action. It could be call, SMS, and how it updates your dashboard in the task. Take a screenshot and post it on our Facebook group with hashtag sale process wins. Take care, guys. Have a great week. Bye bye.